Welcome sa sip9.com. In this video, itutuloy natin yung ating series on basic geometry, no? And kung napanood nyo sa yung the video before this, ay diniscuss natin yung congruent segments, no? At dito sa video na to, ang i-discuss naman natin ay congruent angles. So napag-aralan natin sa congruent segments that the segments are congruent if their lengths are equal or if their lengths are the same. No? Ganon din dito, no? Two angles are congruent if their measure are equal. No? So, sa Pilipinas, usually, ang ginagamit natin na notation to denote the measure of an angle is yung M, no? Ewan ko kung ito pa rin yung ginagamit. But I stick to this notation, no? Pag measure of angle B, no? Or ABC, is equal to 25 degrees. No? And a measure also of a measure of angle PQR is equal to 25 degrees also. So, I think napag-aralan natin kung paano mini-measure yung angle gamit yung protractor. No? Usually, ma-measure natin yung angle accurately. Well, of course, not very accurate, but yung maganda yung estimate using a protractor. And ang ibig sabihin kasi ng angle yung laki ng opening, no? Yung laki ng opening mo, laki ng ikot mo, no? So from here, ilang angles ba yung inikot mong pag ano, no? So hindi yan sa laki ng sa haba ng ano, no? This angle kahit putulin ko yan din, this is also 25 degrees. Kahit habaan ko to dito, yung nandito is also 25 degrees. Because we are measuring the rotation or the opening nung rays, no? Now, these two angles ay pareho yung kanilang measure. So, pwede nating sabihin na measure of angle ABC is equal, measure of angle ABC is equal to measure of angle PQR. No? So, if the measure of the two angles are equal, so if measure of angle ABC is equal to measure of angle PQR, then we can say that angle ABC is congruent to angle PQR. Okay, kung napansin nyo, nawala yung M kasi pag ginamit natin yung M, we are talking about the measure, no? Yung degrees, may pinag-uusapan tayo ng degrees. However, pag ito yung pinag-uusapan natin, ito yung Euclidean geometry na pinapatong mo siya para makita mo kung congruent sila. So, walang measure na pinag-uusapan dito. No? So, again, also, yung kanyang kabaliktaran, converse niya, if if angle ABC, no, is congruent to angle PQR, no, then measure of angle ABC is equal to measure of angle PQR. No? So nakikita niyo yung pagkakaiba dito, sabi niya, pag pareho sila ng sukat, congruent sila. Also, pag congruent sila, pareho sila ng sukat. Automatic yun. So yun yung if and only if statement. No? So if P then Q, at ito naman if Q then P. No? Yung symbol na ito, na-introduce na natin yan dun sa segments, congruent segments, yung symbol na ito ay, sabi niyan ay congruent. Congruent. Okay, so, of course, kung meron tayong in between, no? Na ray in between, for example, meron tayong ray dito, no? I think, say meron tayong for example, meron tayong another angle dito or another ray at yung ray na yan ay S, no? Of course, yung measure nung malaki, no? Measure of angle PQR is equal to the measure of this smaller angle at the top measure of angle PQS plus the measure of angle SQR. No? And pag equal yung dalawang yan, if these two angles are equal, if these two smaller angles are equal, if these are equal, congruent, if they are congruent, then sasabihin mo that QS is the angle bisector of the angle PQR. So if this is another concept, siguro lagyan natin ng border. So if measure of angle PQS is equal to the measure of angle SQR, then ray QS is the angle bisector. Angle bisector of angle PQR. Angle bisector, ibig sabihin hinahati niya itong dalawang ito sa dalawa. No? So, ano rin yan, ano? If and only if statement din yan. So, if babalik rin natin yung statement, sasabihin natin, if QS is the angle bisector of angle PQR, then measure of angle PQS is equal to the measure of angle SQR. No? So, baliktaran din yung statement na to. No? Pwede ito yung gawin mo if, pwede yung then. And pwede ito yung if, tsaka ito yung then. Okay, so I think yan yung ating mga basics sa angle measures. Maraming salamat and see you in the next tutorial.